Hey everybody, it is Orn from the Dollar Bin Bandits. I hope you're having a wonderful Labor Day weekend. It's a little overcast here today, but not terrible. And that meant the Stormville Flea Market was in town. Matthew and I went over. He was looking for Matchbox cars and Funkos. He got the Matchbox cars, and I was looking for some comics. Last time I was there, I found nothing, absolutely nothing. This time around was a much different story. I got some really great books. I stayed under my budget, which I'm very happy about. And there's just some great deals going on. I think they supposed to rain again tomorrow, so they were maybe moving the sale just to get things out of here. So let's see what I got. One guy, he had 25% off everything, which was awesome. And so I got a lot of older books, which I'm very, very pleased of. Let me move my drink so I don't spill over my place. Okay, first one I got is Captain America 201, Captain America and the Falcon. Jack Kirby art. A modern comic reprint, but it's a Peter Cannon Thunderbolt from Charlton. I don't see these very often, so I'm just really cool to see it, read the story. I loved the Peter Cannon run that Mike Collins did for DC, so it's cool to get this, even if it's a reprint. And speaking of reprints, it's another modern comic reprint of Vengeance Squad from Charlton. Uh, Vengeance Squad is one of the dopiest books you're going to read, but for some reason, I find myself taken by it. So, damn you, Vengeance Squad. Adventure Comics featuring Superboy and the Legion of Superheroes number 370. Superboy in trouble. Now, again, the price is here. It was 25% off. DC Comics presents. This is one I did not have. This is number 6. This is Superman and the Green Lantern. Green Lantern having a rough day there today. Love the team up books, as we all know. So this was a nice one to get. Now, this is a cover. I remember seeing this. My parents got me a Superman book when I was a kid. And this is one of the comics that they showed little snippets of, and I was just always so taken by the cover. I hadn't seen it before, and for $3 or with 25% off less than that, Superman number 194, The Death of Lois Lane. Yeah, this cover just thought it was so cool when I was a kid, so I'm glad to have it. World's Finest. This is when the dollar, when DC's doing the dollar books. This is number 257, Green Arrow, Batman, and Superman. From before mentioned Charlton, Unusual Tales. This one has tear on it, but love me some sci-fi Charlton. Isn't that a cool cover? It's not, I don't believe it's Ditko. It says Nicholas. I can't read the bottom, but Brave and the Bold, number 113. This is a big, thick book. This is one of the dollar books as well. Batman and the Metal Men, featuring Hawkman, the Viking Prince, the Green Arrow. Just tons and tons and tons of heroes in this. Look how thick that is. I don't know, maybe it's 2 boards in there. That might be the reason. Who knows? I guess I'll find out. But I'm happy to have this. Some very old books he had that folks were just kind of passing by, and I just these ones I remember my dad mentioning, so it's cool to have them. Here's Tom Mix from Fawcett Publications, number 26, and Dickie wrote on it. I don't know why Dickie did, but he did. That's got to be from the 40s or 50s. This is a beautiful, beautiful book. This is a 52 pager, a 10-cent book, Tom Mix. Isn't that awesome? Superman's pal, Jimmy Olsen. I'm not a big Jimmy Olsen guy, as Jason May calls him, the Ginger Oaf, but it was just too funny to pass up. Of course, Superman's going to help these villains out. Of course. Another very, very old comic for less than $2. It says Top Quality Comics. Billy the Buggy Bear. So that's got to be from the 30s or 40s right here. Really beautifully drawn. So it's very excited to have this in the collection. Very early DC book here. Um, as a 10 center, A Date with Joy, radio's famous coast to coast favorite. So yeah, all these were 25% off, and I thought the price on here was pretty fair for them, but it's cool to have these classic books. The Flash number 223, of course, with the Green Arrow. Adventures, comics again, number 345. Superboy and the Legion. Superboy saving his friend from the firing squad. The Secret Society of Supervillains. This is an early appearance of Darkseid. So I didn't never seen this one before, but pretty cool to have on. There's Darkseid right there. A little different than how Kirby drew him, but Manhunter's leading the way. Charlton Comics, The Fighting Five, number 42. Not the one with the first appearance of Peacemaker, but still, you have Tom Tom, Granite Galero, Ira the Nerve, Haganah, Hank Hennessy, and Frenchie the Fox. Remember that old crew? JLA number 200. Really beautiful cover. And of course, one I don't have. So add this to the pile. Captain America and the Falcon, number 175. The Deadliest Man Menace of All. Showdown at the White House. Well, it is election season. Another classic Charlton right here. Space War. I think this got to be the 50s or 60s. But man, oh man, look at that. Beautiful classic sci-fi right here. Coupons worth $3.37 in this issue. A book that I have a couple of. I always found them pretty interesting. The covers themselves are beautiful, but it's Mars Patrol Total War from Gold Key. Look at that painted cover. Just all different guys, but I think different branches of the government or the military, but I love those painted covers. I mentioned before that Superman book that I had as a kid that had all the different covers in it. This is another one that I was very fond of, and I found it today. The Nightmare Ordeal of Superman. A caveman beating up Superman, and the caveman's wearing the Superman costume. Why, I don't know. I guess I'll find out. But yeah, again, this one just burned in my memory when I was a child, so I was able to find it. Superman number 172. The Tyrant Superman. It's a blonde Superman, Arval, and he does not seem to like Clark Kent very much. Clark Kent very much, excuse me. Ooh, here's a cool one. Giant size Superman number 212. No, Supergirl, you're not showing the readers my baby pictures. Yes, Superman, the whole world is devoted to our adventures as super babies. Super babies. Super babies. This was a cover by. And Super Giant Challengers of the Unknown. I really dug Challengers. I found, the newer stuff and the older stuff. Newer to me, stuff in the 80s. But this is really cool. Haven't seen this one before either. So again, don't mind the cover prices. There's cheaper than that. A few more books. These were dollar books. Batman number 43. Batman number 479. This is a book I have a couple copies of, but they're water damaged, and this one's in really nice shape. I don't think anything's ever going to come of this guy, but this is Alpha Flight number 102, the first appearance of Weapon Omega, whom I liked. I liked them on the trading cards, but I finally have a nice copy of it. West Coast Avengers number 10. Batman number 446. Batman number 461. A lot of Batman books, and I enjoy reading them, so it all worked out. Number 444. Now, for some reason, I kind of remember this book being popular, for a while. I'm not sure what the reasoning was, if it's the first appearance selling, but this is number 465 of Batman. Brett foil cover, and it's really nice. And it's in great shape too. This one's not in great shape. This is not in great shape at all. This is the Fighting Five again. Uh, this is number 35. Yeah, I got being banged up pretty good, but I give it a good home. And Charlton's The Fighting Marines with some of the worst cover art you will ever see in your life. Smile, you're on combat camera. Now, I don't know what child drew this, and I don't want to knock the guy who drew it because I'm sure he was a really cool dude and loved his job, but you know, is what it is. Captain America number 188, the Alchemoid. Now, this one is a 74 reprint, but still, I mean, that makes it 50 years old, but it's the Haunt of Fear. It's $1.25, but it's for a reprint from 74. Sorry for the glare on that. Yeah, it's not from the 50s, but not far from the 50s either. This book I have, and I know it goes for a decent amount of money, or at least it did. Madame Xanadu number 1, the one shot. And let me grab them here. I did not wake up this morning thinking I was going to get a stack of Human Fly comics, but that's why you wake up every morning, because you don't know what's going to happen. He had these all for $1. I have a few of them. They're not the worst stories. The Canadian stuntman who was kind of a fraud, but I have a soft spot. So Human Fly number 7, Taking on a Bear. Number 10, An Underwater Rescue. Number 14, Saving Kids in a U.S. Navy Hot Air Blimp. Why, I don't know. Number 15, War in the Washington Monument. Our nation's capital, folks. You got to respect it. Number 17, Murder on the Midway. It's like problems at the carnival this year. And number 6, Fear in Funland. Again, back in the carnival. So nobody was going to pick up these Human Fly books. The guy was like, oh man, I read those as a book. I didn't think anyone else liked them. You met your buddy. You met your match. This next pile is G.I. Joes, because as I said in other videos, I don't find G.I. Joes very often around here. So I can get them at a decent price. These are $2 a piece. I'm not passing them up. So G.I. Joe number 67. Nice. G.I. Joe number 28. Watch out, fellas. G.I. Joe number 56. Scarlet Roadblock and Flint running for their lives. G.I. Joe number 73. I think it's, I don't know, it says Wagner. I don't know if it's a Matt Wagner. It's a Bob McLeod ink. But this is one I had as a kid that I loved and got lost. Number 71. Joes and Cobras working to bring a dreadnought back into the airplane. Was he a dreadnought? No, that was Zartan's brother here. Number 70, Wild Bill with a gun to his head. That's a fresh cover. Number 46, Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow. And number 33, Somebody Trying to Kill Cobra Commander. So that's what I got. I was really so surprised and happily surprised with the stuff that they had this time around. After last week, they didn't really have much of anything. So you see this, I think it's still going on tomorrow. Stormville, New York, the Stormville Flea Market. It's well worth your time. It's just a cool place to walk around and see all the different things. Hopefully the weather is nice. So what did you guys get this Labor Day weekend? I hope you got some cool stuff. As I announced earlier, every other week, we are going to be doing 3 episodes per week to help you guys get more of your comic book fix. And because we have so many wonderful interviews that we have. And I hope you enjoy it. Gary Carlson, first one leading off for Monday. It's going to be great. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend, and we will see you guys soon.